Bossy back here on the JR the Bossman Show. Got a great show for you. One of them is my main man. He's coach of Chattanooga Mox, my man from Florida Gators. Played ball overseas. Now he's come to Eddie, what's good, my brother?
Nothing much, boss man. Good to hear. Good to hear. Pretty well.
Hey, man, I just want to talk to you, man. I know you was my guy at Chattanooga, man. I want to get you on the show, man, because you was always a cool dude. I came through and I hollered at you and your former staff, man. I heard you probably not there chatting no more about no things happening in the business, but let's take your time at Chattanooga and what it meant to you as a coach and just around I was very proud seeing them guys grow and graduate, man.
Yeah, man. It was a great experience, great learning experience for me as a coach, as a person, just a lot of growth and even in mentoring some of the guys that we had at Chattanooga, a lot of Coach Matt McCall and our staff and Reggie Witherspoon. And, for me, the greatest blessing was obviously at Chattanooga. We were able to get a 2016 NCAA tournament, something they've never experienced before. So that was a great feeling. And then just getting the opportunity to mentor like some of the guys you just mentioned, like Justin Toyo, who had an opportunity to get drafted this year, and Greg Pryor, who will have an opportunity to go overseas and play. And the same with Trey McClain, Chuck Esther, Casey Jones, and Eric Robertson, who's our penalty. And it was just a great experience for me. And, it was a bittersweet ending, but it had to happen. Obviously, Coach Matt McCall moved to UMass, so a lot of changes was made. But, I enjoyed my time in Chattanooga, and the city was great to me.
Exactly. And, like you said, you guys beat 400 time at Chattanooga. Made it to the tournament. The game wasn't, the experience was good. The game didn't turn out how you wanted to turn out, but they don't get out to that tournament. All those high major schools that you did, being a school like Chattanooga and Southern Conference, got to make you, the staff, feel so good knowing that, hey, we played with the big boys. We played the right way.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Playing the right way. That was the most critical thing. And then, have chemistry and have talent. But the main thing for those guys at Chattanooga, the team that we had, we had a lot of experience, so guys weren't afraid. And the biggest hurdle when you're playing against high majors, obviously going into the game, is confidence. A lot of times, you go and you're playing, the seat already, you've lost half the battle because guys thinking they're playing guys that are better than them. And most of the times they are, but anybody beating on any given night. And the one thing our guys believe, they believe in themselves, they believe in our staff, and they believe in our system. So when we played those games, we beat major programs, over the course of 2 years, and we lost to Vanderbilt on a buzzer beater, by a guy who's probably going to play in the NBA for the next 10 years, 25-foot shot. So, but every high major game we played, we were in the game except for two. But, that's a testament to, just our guys and believing what we were believing in our staff.
Now, Eddie, I can only imagine if you guys had stayed at Chattanooga, nobody would really want to play you guys. That's what you did, guys, in 2 years there on the Matt McCall's. Like, that's not a conference game. I don't want to play Chattanooga. I don't want to come to the MAC either and play them at the MAC either. So, you can imagine the difficulty you had to try to schedule games, seeing how good you all were when you first got out there, went in 2 years you was there. How guys, we don't want them guys. We're good. We'll pass.
Yeah, it was scheduling was definitely difficult with the team that we've had because the team that team was together for 4 years, and some guys were together for 5 years. And when you have guys that have been together that long and have played together and know what it takes to win and win on a high level, that's a dangerous place for a high major team because all of those guys are trying to make the tournament, and losses to schools, quote unquote mid-major schools, that hurts their NCAA chances down the road, especially at home to a mid-major school. So scheduling is definitely difficult, but those guys are graduating now, so it might make it a little bit easier until the next group get in and get their feet wet and start building chemistry and building a team.
Now, I know your goal is to be a head coach, but see, it's very easy to get the insight of a guy who's an assistant coach. So what's life as an assistant coach like in the college basketball business these days? Are you doing a lot of recruiting? Are you doing a lot of checking on grades? Are you getting practice plans together? So what's life as an assistant coach who's trying to move up that extra seat to be a head coach, man?
Well, in my opinion, assistant coach's job is basically a job, simple and easy. Basically, we help out with practice, do most of the player development, create the practice plans, go film study, break down games before head coach even sees it, come up with ideas, versus, scouting team, we come up with ideas that we think that will help us win games, obviously, and then all of the other stuff outside of the court, dealing with, players, off the court issues, so to speak, academic things, obviously mentorship, when guys, not just academics, but when guys have issues with regular life problems, that's what assistant coaches are there for, being able to be there for the players and talk to those guys and guide them through situations. But at the end of the day, I think assistant coach's job is is to make the head coach's job as simple as possible.
Hey, folks, I'm Eddie here on Bossman Show. Former coach of Chattanooga Mox, and he also played the Florida Gators on the Bleed. I don't even go. He's a Gator, the Gator chump. He's down with that lifestyle now, recruiting-wise now. Eddie, I know recruiting is a big part of what you guys do, but I want to take it to like the LeVar Ball type dad. Kind of dad like LeVar Ball, who's that much engaged and trying to have hand in the cookie jar what you guys trying to do with their son or in the playing time and certain things. So, how you deal with recruiting with guys like LeVar Ball, whose parents' dad is just, or parents are that much involved in trying to find them down and get there, he come to play for you eventually. So, how you work around all that stuff, man?
Well, there are a lot of things like that. Now, he's probably one of the extreme of that level, but there are a lot of parents like that, some dads, some moms. And, you know, when you're in a situation like that, basically, you know, you got to look at the character of the kid and what he's coming from. And you got to think, is it due for speed? And if you think a kid is good enough to where you can bypass all of, you know, the parent chit-chatter and I bring everything to you, if a kid is that good and you can deal with it, then fine. But if a kid is not worth that, then there's no need to go through that headache for possibly 4 years. Now, obviously, there's not a parent that goes to the level of a LeVar Ball, but, you know, a lot of things that he talks about I do agree with, but there's a lot of things that I don't agree with, you know. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's just trying to promote his brand. But in recruiting, you know, you just look at the whole character of it, and what is the kid saying, and how does the kid feel about his parents, what they're doing, and you calculate stuff, you evaluate, and you say, hey, is the juice worth the squeeze? And that's how I talk about it.
I got you, because I can only imagine, like, recruiting was really easy for me because once my dad passed away, I was going to go to Tennessee State regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of where my mom's at. So I know for me, it was kind of closed for me. Because, one, my grades sucked. But still, I wanted to go be with my mother after my dad passed away. But it's like I can't imagine how you deal with the hard time to make these phone calls. Because a lot of times you calling kids, looking at kids, filming kids, and knowing they ain't going to come to because they're going to be good. But you still got to do it just in case they want to come your way. You still have to reach out to them, bless you with the guys, knowing, hey, they probably coming my way no way.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have to do your due diligence. That's the bottom line. You got to do your due diligence because you never know what happens. You get a kid that you're low on the priority list, but if things don't go his way, hey, next thing you know, they're making phone calls and they're reaching out to you. So you got to do your due diligence, make phone calls, speak to the people that you need to speak to in regards to the kid. You know, if he fits the profile of what you're looking for. At the end of the day, you know, be smart, and if you think you have a legitimate shot, because you know it's all about time and resources. And you don't want to get where you don't have a shot at all, and you're spending, you know, the organization. For one, you're spending time that you could be spending on other kids. And on top of that, you're using resources as well. So you don't want to waste the university's resources. So and that's what to me makes, you know, good recruiter. You know, being able to identify, hey, can we get this kid or not? You know, and B, is it worth our time? You know, that's what makes good recruiting and bad recruiting, in my opinion.
Now, also, Eddie, you played ball overseas, man. How was it the experience playing ball overseas? And what was the craziest thing you ever saw when you played ball across the water there, man?
Well, yeah, I had a great time. It's one of the greatest experiences. Obviously, you know, not being in Europe, you know, not visiting Europe prior to, you know, going to play. You know, you have all of these, you know, perceptions of what it might be like and all of those things. So to go over there and to get my own experience, you know, on top of that was tremendous for me. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Obviously, the goal was always to play in the NBA and play with the family. But once I got over there, my feet were when I was in the game. I mean, I loved it. I settled in, and it was just a great experience for me. And, you know, I didn't really see anything crazy. Well, yes, I did. I played on an operation team, and if anybody's familiar with history, you know, they call it Yugoslavia now, but Yugoslavia, or UR was, you know, one country, but so they had a big civil war, and it spread up to all of these different countries now. So I played on the Croatian team, and we were playing another Yugoslavian team, which was Serbia. You know, we bust there because it was only like maybe 5 or 6 hours. And, I mean, we literally had a police escort. And, I mean, it looked like, you know, we were traveling with the President of the United States, you know. And it wasn't that anything was going to happen. A lot of that, you know, animosity they have for each other is just kind of washed up now. But just the precautions that they take, and that's the game. I mean, the game field is probably 1,000, 1,500 police officers in bodysuits, helmets, you know, just in case, you know. And my husband had other Antonio Grant, who played at the University of South Carolina. And, I mean, and I had already been in Europe for, I think, 9 years. I hadn't seen anything to that level, and it just makes you really appreciate what we have over here in the United States, and you can only imagine, that country felt, back in those times. And I remember playing in a game in Serbia again, and the crowd we were losing, the way we were losing, and the crowd was singing a song in their language. And I asked my team and say, what are they saying? He said that they were singing a war song of what was happening during one time when they were having the Civil War, and it was about a raid. I think it was like Montenegro was raiding Bosnia or Herzegovina. Like this. It was a country. I may have the two countries wrong, but it was about a raid and the song that they were singing during that raid. And I was like, that was deep. Yeah, that was deep, man.
Now,
so
Eddie, I want to ask you. I mean, like, when you got scared of bombs, when you scared being a black man overseas playing ball, whatever, like, scare you anything like that, or you just always feel like you got to check for that nonsense going on around you?
I think we were well protected, but at the same time, I think that, our naive, me being a little bit naive of the level of, things that go over there kind of, made me not as paranoid, if I was over there probably right now, I probably would be a little more on edge, so to speak. But I wasn't on edge about that stuff as much as I probably would be now. And I think that comes to, being a little bit, and we did have a little bit of protection, but, that stuff is very, very serious. And those people take that those political situations, to a whole different level.
I hear that. Now, Eddie, I'll ask you the last question for you. You know you're going to be engaged, and you about to become a married man, man. I'm a guy in the business as well for his radio and entertainment. You're the guy for coaching. How do you and your girl balance to how you've been a coach, been on the road recruiting, signing kids? How's it work for you, man? Because I'm trying to figure out that a lot of guys always tell me they try to do things like one night, a date night a week, or how's it work for you and your fiance, man, for us knowing the skills you have for us, what you do for a living?
Well, the good thing is me. It's difficult, but if you got somebody who supports you and understands what you do, I mean, it makes it that much easier. My fiance, man, she's awesome. I mean, she knows the intricacies of the business. She's learning on the job, so to speak. But she's heard stories. She's talked to other women who've been with coaches that have been together for many years. And she started reading this book, Tony Dungy's book called The Uncommon Marriage, to prepare herself of what she needs to be ready for. And to me, just the fact that she pick up that book and read it just so she can prepare herself and to be educated on the difficulties of the job and, how tough it is to be a wife of a coach or assistant coach, head coach, or whatever it is, that means a lot to me. That means that she's on board and she's fully in support. Mind you, she has a really good job of her own that, she also has to worry about. But there is difficulties, obviously, being on the road, and with her job, she goes on the road as well, and those times apart, man. But we make it work. And, one thing I think is important in relationships is communication. And anytime she feels a certain type of way, she'll communicate to me, hey, baby, I'm not feeling this, I'm not liking this, and we talk about it, and that's all that we can do. It's not an easy task, but I think if we communicate and we are truly for each other and support each other, it will work. And if anyone, and I started reading the book, Tony Dungy's book as well. I would encourage any coach, any wife, any fiance, any girlfriend to read that book. It's very encouraging. It's very, very helpful. Boss man, I didn't lose you, did I?
Good, bro. No, you good, Eddie. You good, man. Eddie, you still here? Yeah, we on live radio, bro. You good?
Okay.
we good, man. I'll say it to you. We'll say, yeah, you good, man. You good. Yeah, I was saying, man, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Man, I've been a fan of yours for years. Like I told you before, I watched Jefferson Power Sports with Joe Dean Jr., Tom Hammond, Larry Conley. I've been watching you all the time. I was a young dude on TV. So good to me. You became friends, man.
You make me feel real old when you throw out those names, man.
That's how I knew who you were, man. Eddie said that I was like the young boss man in Orlando, Florida. I knew who this guy was. The goggles on, doing this thing on the court for the Gators.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but hey, it's been great to have you on the show, Eddie. We got to do it again real soon, man. I can't wait to see you again, man. Wish y'all the best of luck in your future endeavors, man. I always got your back, bro.
All right, I appreciate that, boss, man. I enjoyed it, man. And, I wish you the best of luck as well, man. Thank you.
All right, folks, Eddie Shannon here on the Bossman Show.
This is
Exclusive.
All your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back here on the JR the Bossman Show, we had Eddie Shannon on the Bossman Show. Former coach Chattanooga Mox doing his thing. He's out there, former Florida Gator, but now we're going out to Cheney, Washington, way out west where I came from, to the new head coach of the Eastern Washington Eagles, Shante Liggins. Coach, how's life out there in Washington, my man?
Man, I'm living good, man. From what you said, the 80-degree weather, it ain't humid either, so I'm doing okay. I'm living good, man. I'm actually just got home from work a little bit ago and having some team meetings before the guys get out for the summer.
But, like you said, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm doing okay out here.
Now, Coach, how does it feel to hear your name as the head coach as the Eastern Washington Eagles? What does it mean for you to be there to put a stamp on that university, the community of Cheney, just everybody in that area of this who supports the Eagles?
Well, man, it's still surreal, man. It's still, you still, when you hear it, you can't believe it because you work so hard to get to this place. And, you work so hard as an assistant coach and you go through all that, everything you got to do to become an assistant, then you got to go through everything you got to become to, keep moving up. And to be in a situation I was in where my former boss did such a good job and our program is in such a good place that they thought, that I could take over and push it even further down the road, and, I couldn't believe it when they told me. And even to this day, me and my wife, we talked about all that. I can't believe I'm the head coach, but it's starting to sink in as everything starts moving. You're going around the community because, Cheney is a small college town. We're in Spokane, Washington. Cheney's about 15 minutes away from that city. And so it sinks in when everyone says, hello, coach. How you doing, coach? Usually it's around, it's your nickname or Shantae or something like that. But now it's, hey, coach, how you doing? So there's a little bit more respect that, coming out of a lot of people when you see them around. And, I mean, it's just a blessing. And these guys I got working here, I mean, they're, people I'm working with are great. The athletic department, I've been here for 8 years, going into my 9th year, so everybody feels like family. And you can't beat the feeling, man, because you work so hard towards something. And when you get your goal, you get to the goal you want. Now you got to go with new goals, and so now I got new goals of what what I want to do. But hitting this goal right here in life, especially at such a young age, you just can't get enough of the feeling. It's something that you wish everybody gets that opportunity to feel. It's great.
And as when we talk about off the air, Coach, you mean how we're both younger. We've had success in our careers at a young age. And I feel like people strive to want to do that. Like find their path at a young age, rather than being in their 40s, searching in their 50s and 60s, not knowing what they want to do. And for you to hit it at 35, to become the head coach of the East Washington Eagles, now, Coach, now tell me this: what's been your biggest adjustment moving over that one seat to be the head man in charge now?
The biggest adjustment is going to all the dinners, having to do a lot more handshaking and meeting people and, dealing with, just different things you don't think about as an assistant coach. You do think about them, but not on the level where it's like, if this doesn't go right, this doesn't go right. My assistant coach, you got to worry about your assistant coaches and their families and everything they got going. You got to worry about every player and every parent, that you got. So it's an adjustment because as the assistant coach, you're trying to get the players. You're always moving to, get this going and build up the program for your boss. And as a head coach, you got to keep this thing rolling. You got to, delegate things to people. And you got to be able to, let your assistant coaches know what you need. You got to be tough with, administration sometimes. You got to be able to, tell what you want, and still be, come across as a good guy. And so you have to, it's a tough balance. And some people, sometimes you get to a couple, you get to some things where it could be a little difficult, and you just got to think, man, I'm just going forward. I just have great mentors in my life, and it's been a good ride for me so far. And, the adjustment is, we all know basketball. I mean, all coaches, man, every coach that gets into this, they get into it for the kids, I hope, and to better, the kids' life. But, when you get to this, point as a head coach, you're thinking about so many different things. And, it's something where it's like it's not a lot different because you've been coaching and you've been doing, you set goals for yourself. But, the different part is, having to do all the extra stuff that you don't think about you have to do as a head coach. And so, once I've started to settle into this a little bit, it's become a little bit like a routine. So it's settling in. And, I haven't played a game yet, so everyone's, I'm still the best coach out there. I haven't lost. I haven't won. Everyone still loves me. So we're still good right there. So. That's I'm just waiting for the games. I want to get these games started, man.
I hear that October is coming up here real soon for practice. Then November, that November 10th date, I think is you guys tip off. So it's on its way because this year is going by fast as you know what, Coach.
Oh, man, it's going by too fast. But basketball season's about to be over. All we got is baseball. I'm a Dodger fan, but only in the playoffs. And, it's just – like you said, it's going fast, and having team meetings today with guys going home for the summer and everybody getting revved up so they can get better and work on their games. It's hitting me kind of quick. And so, as soon as this, our schedule gets set and everything's going, we're going to start moving along, man. And got our staff all done, and so I'm just excited about this whole process.
Now, let me ask you about your schedule, Coach. I know non-conference scheduling is something that's very big to major schools like yourself, Coach. And so, are you going to be an aggressive scheduler, or are you going to kind of schedule mid-grade games or easy games for your team? So, how you see yourself going about scheduling non-conference games to get your team prepared for the Big Sky play?
Well, a lot of my mentors and a lot of people say you need to go out there and get some wins, man. I'm just thinking, when I was a player, I played at Cal, I played at Fresno State. When I was a player, I always wanted to play the best. And we're going to try to play the best schedule we can possibly play. We'll go play whoever wants to play us whenever they want to play us at their place most of the time, because no one's coming to our place. This year, we played the University of Washington on the 12th. We turn around and go down and play Stanford on the 14th. We go play UNLV. Then we come back. We got 2 games in Vegas in the tournament. Then we turn around. We play Utah. Then we come back for a home game, and then we're back on the road again. We go to Seattle U to play my old boss, who's the head coach here. He's now at Seattle University. Then we go and play San Francisco, and then Wyoming, and then we got South Dakota. And so we have a schedule that's, and I just want to play against teams that guys won't. We go and win some of these games. These guys won't forget that, man. It's a lot of fun going to places where, you're a lot of times the underdog, and I'm feeling that a lot of these guys are going to get opportunity to play early, to see what we got for the Big Sky. Because for us, playing in that Big Sky and winning that Big Sky tournament, getting to the tournament, that's where it all lies out for us, is right there when we get a chance to play in the Big Sky. And so, we gotta be prepared, like you said, for that Big Sky run, for the regular season, and then we got to be prepared for that tournament. So I think playing a tough schedule early against good players, good teams, good competition, good coaches, hard environment to go get us prepared for that. And so, when we sit back and we're looking to make the schedule, we're always looking to play, the best teams as possible. Now some teams won't play us, but we want to play as many games as we can on the West Coast against, top tier teams. But, every now and then I want to go back east and play against some really good teams, make it a 2-game swing. And, I believe that, our guys have a lot of fun. Like a couple of years back, we had a chance to go to Indiana. We beat Indiana at Indiana and broke their, 47-game non-conference winning streak, And I want to be able to do that, because the guys who played on that team, they didn't forget that. They still talk about that. And those are the games that are fun. Those are the games that, the university, really remembers. Those are the games that the kids remember. And, you go into Hoosierland and win a game like that. We played UConn the year they won the national championship. I mean, you get opportunities to play against the best players, and those are things that the guys don't ever forget. And those are players that they'll never forget about playing against. And those guys move on to the NBA and have careers, and guys are done playing, sit on their couch with their kids and say, "Look, I played against him. We played at Indiana. We got to play at these places." And those types of things and those experiences are what college basketball is about. Having fun and being able to do it with your guys and your team. You played, so having those types of games are stuff you never forget about. And I want those guys to experience that. Going to go play against teams that aren't really high major schools, sometimes isn't always the best for our guys. And so I want them to play against the best, but I also want them to understand that these are the best players in college basketball. You got to be prepared, or you go in there and get your teeth kicked in. So if they're ready to go, they better be ready to go. And so you get to see from the jump what kind of guys you have and what's their character like, and are they going to play till the end of that whistle, and until the game's over, and you get to fill them out before the season starts, and a lot of guys use the preseason, a lot of teams use the preseason and they're trying to go out there. When I'm trying to use the preseason to see what my guys can do to get prepared for that Big Sky run. And it's exactly what you just said. We're going in there, we want to win these games, but I'm also checking out to see which guys can play when the lights come on. Now, some guys,
exactly.
You've been there, you've been on a team. Some guys will kill in practice. They won't miss no shots. They do everything right. As soon as that game comes on, the lights come on, they get a little, they hide out a little bit, and then you got the other guy who just, in practice, he ain't doing it, but you put him in the game, then lights come on, it's a different type of guy. And so you got to find those guys, and you got to make sure, you give everybody the opportunity in that preseason to play, to see what you got for that Big Sky run. And that's what we're going towards. And I want to know what we got before we get into that league play. Because everything for us is winning our league and going to the NCAA tournament. That's what we're trying to do.
I hear that, Coach, and I'm going to admit to you, Coach, I was a game player. I wasn't much of a practice player. I was a game player. I didn't want to waste it in practice. I'm a game player.
Hey, all my teammates would tell me the same thing back in the day. They was like, hey, you may be nice in practice, but I give it to them in the game. I said, I'm doing them both, though.
Yeah.
So it's one of those. It's one of those things. It's important, for me to be able to see who can go out there and play. I mean, everyone's going to get a chance to play, man. We got 13 games. We play against some tough teams. I get to see what guys will bring it every single night, win, lose, or draw, however they want to play. I get to see what kind of guys we got, what kind of character, and those guys will be the guys that, I roll with. You can't have a 13-man rotation. You're going to have to cut it down at some point. And so I believe everybody that's on the team has an opportunity to play. I recruited a lot of these guys, and when you go in and watch these guys play, you know what you're getting. And so, you get some teams who will be like, I don't have this, or this. We recruited the team, and so, we got to see what they can do. And a lot of times, freshmen ain't ready. You got to redshirt them. That junior, he hasn't played his freshman sophomore year, but he got hungry because he didn't want to sit on the bench anymore. Now you get a breakout player. And I think we have one of the best. We have one of the best players in our league, and I think we have one of the best players in the West Coast. And Bogdan Bliznik, he's an unbelievable talent who didn't get recruited. He's going to break the all-time scoring record this year. He's going to be in the top 10 in almost every offensive category, and he could play, man. And you come into the gym and you wouldn't pick him out of a lineup being like, that's the guy I want. But he goes and he gives it to kids every single night. He brings it. So, we got to find another one of them. He's a senior, so I got to see who can step up to the plate when he leaves. And so there's a lot of things that go into this, going to preseason games. There's a lot of things that go into, building a team. And I'm just looking forward to, and I'm excited to see what these guys can bring. Where it ticks. Are they ticking Kool-Aid? What are they pumping? Are they pumping Kool-Aid or what they pumping out there? And so, I'm looking forward to that. That's why I like, playing the best we can in preseason basketball.
Now, Coach, I have a suggestion for you. Maybe you take my up on this. I have an Atlanta swing for you. Kennesaw State, Georgia State, and Georgia Tech. I'm good friends with Coach Pastor, Coach Skinner, and Coach Hunter. I can help you make that happen. If you want it to happen,
well, hey,
help make it happen.
I love to go out there. Coach Pastor played at Arizona when I played at Cal, so I know him a little bit. But I don't know him like that. But I've watched his career. He's done a great job. And I see you trying to set me up with Kennesaw State because they're always nice. See, trying to set me up for your boys, huh? I see you out there.
Hey, Coach, I want to have you in my midst, man. I'm trying to kill some birds with one stone. Y'all get good games. You come out and hang out with me for a week, man. So I'm trying to make it work for everybody involved.
I'm trying. As long as we can get Kennesaw State to come back to Cheney, I'm all in, baby. I tell them, let's get it on, man. Them and Georgia State, we need home games, man. No one wants to come out here. The weather's nice, at that time it ain't too nice, but it's nice right now.
I hear you.
We need some home games, my man.
Hey, Coach, I bet I can make that happen, but I can get you there.
I know Coach Pastor ain't coming out here for no home games, so that's why I didn't even say them. I didn't even bring them up.
You got that
They ain't
right.
making no moves out this way.
You got that right. Now, Coach, with your energy, man, and you've been in Eastern Washington all these years, man, I feel like the recruiting base is going to be easy for you, man, because you already know the recruiting zone out there. You already know who the hotbeds are. So with your imprint been all these years, relations with AAU coaches, high school coaches, you feel like it's going to help you even more, keep guys coming to Eastern Washington, coming to Cheney to play for you, keeping the Eagles going strong as you build this program and put your step on this whole program to make it how you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, you said it best. Recruiting, I've learned from a lot of people, my mentors, that you got to recruit relationships. And like you said, I've been here I'm going to my 9th year. This is the only place I've coached. But I grew up playing in California basketball. I grew up down in Southern California. I know a lot of those guys out there. So, some of our team and our recruiting base is from out that area. We recruited internationally because the coach before us had a great relationship with some guys in Australia that I became real close with. So we recruit there a little bit. My wife is Serbian, so, we've gotten some Serbian connections because she was a baller herself. She hoops herself, and so she's got some connections over there. And so I'm able to, and so it's about just building relationships. And where you have relationships, you can go in there and trust the guy to tell you that this guy can play for you. Now, it's not always going to be the highest flyer, especially, sometimes coming to our level, but it's going to be a kid that's an overachiever. It's going to be a kid that once you get them here, they're going to work their tails off and be able to, put themselves in a position to succeed. And you meet guys along the way that you become close with, become friends with in the industry that will tell you, hey, there's a kid I got for you. He can play. And it doesn't matter if you're from Oklahoma, Atlanta, Florida. If it's your guy, and you trust that guy, and he says, hey, there's a guy out here that wouldn't mind going that far away that far away from home to go play college basketball, then you put time and effort in. But, time is so important, especially with recruiting, especially with everything that goes on, in a program. You need your time. And so you don't want to go waste. You get emails, you get some guys calling you, some coaches, some AU coaches calling you, say, I got a guy. And I always ask the guys, well, what do you know about Eastern Washington? And they always go, well, and they just hit you with the like about 400 times. And I'm just like, well, you not know anything. Well, I was just trying to get my guy on. I get it. But if somebody close to you, within the 40 states before you get to us says, hey, come to my school, you're going to probably take that before you come all the way out to Eastern. So you got to build relationships. You got to network. You got to meet people. You got to put yourself out there sometimes. And sometimes you just got, just flat up, make a cold call and say, you watch this kid play, and this kid is nice. What about him? Is there anything I can do to get him to come to Eastern? And so those are the things that, as I've been coming up and I've been doing a lot of recruiting is very important is you got to have relationships with people you're recruiting from, or, especially at our place. You're not going to, I don't think a lot of kids in Atlanta are waking up this morning talking about, hey, I can't wait to get Eastern Washington to call me, man. I cannot wait for that call. We ain't, like you said, we ain't Georgia Tech, we ain't Florida, we ain't, we're not waking up and guys aren't thinking, I want to go to Eastern. We got to work. We got to grind to get these kids to our school. And that's what my staff and that's what everybody's going to do. So I'm really excited about that whole opportunity.
Well, Coach, a lot of high school coaches come to me, and the guys that come on my show, I'm always willing to send guys you all's way. I've always made that promise. If you come on my show, if I got a guy that may be good for you, I've always told coaches, I'll send a guy your way to maybe see if you want to bring him your way. That's kind of how I do it, man, because a lot of kids in Atlanta don't realize, hey, there's more to it than this Georgia State, Georgia Tech, Kennesaw, Chattanooga up the street, Mercer. It's more to life than that. West Georgia.
Yeah, exactly.
So I try to tell them
schools out there.
It's more to it than that, So I try my best to get kids to see that when I go talk to them. Because, Coach, one thing I want to do about my show is this. I have to go out and talk to the high school kids, middle school kids, get them inspiration that, hey, I did it, you can do it too. And it's more to life than just being in Georgia.
It's a big world, man. That little round ball can take you places, man. That basketball took me to college, got me my degree. It took me all the way to play basketball in Europe, got to see the world a little bit, brought me all the way back to the United States, up to Washington coaching. It helped me find my wife. That little basketball is a life changer, man. And what a lot of guys don't realize is it's not over. If you want to be a basketball player, you got as long as you got, but you only play basketball for about a third of your life. You got to figure out what you're going to do after that. And being at Eastern, it's important to show these guys some great examples. My coaching staffs are great examples of guys that play basketball at a high level, and now they're in the workforce. They got jobs. You're a great example. You played football, until until you got done playing, and then all of a sudden now you got a radio show, and it's big. And so it's good for kids to be able to see other people doing well. That didn't have to go to Duke, that didn't have to go to North Carolina, that didn't go, there's other avenues of being successful. It's just not that last level, and that's the most important part, of my coaching and my mentorship towards these kids is to show them that there's other things besides the sport you're playing. There's other things outside of athletics, but now if you want to get into athletics, there's avenues for that also. And so, like you're still around. You're still around sports. You're a sports junkie. Me, I love the game of basketball. It's made my life. It's done everything for me. But I felt like I can help because growing up with a single mom, everybody in my life, my father figures were coaches, and so my goal was, I wanted to go to the league. I wanted to make the NBA, but having great mentors and having great father figures in my life growing up, it showed me that, hey, you don't have to go to the NBA or the NFL to be successful, to be a successful man in this world. And so, I want to, show the guys that I'm coaching those exact steps that I took. I want them to play as long as they can, fulfill your dreams, do whatever you got to do, but understand that you're only playing until you're about if you're lucky, you're only playing until you're about 33, and that's it. And and you got to figure out what you're going to do. And so, that's one thing I think a lot of coaches do a good job of is showing guys, the right avenues of life, not just this is the street, this is Main Street, you're going to the NBA, this is all you got. No, I think coaches are showing kids, hey, this is if you're a good coach, if you're showing guys, but still, hey, we want to win every game, but at the same time, you got other avenues, to be successful in life. And those are the things that I feel like I'm trying to show these kids, as their mentor, as their coach. Right now I'm 35, so I can still, feel like I'm their big brother a little bit, but I'm getting up there. I'm gonna be 40 in 5 years, and so then it's a whole different. It'll be a whole different, theme that I'm telling them then, but it's going to still be the same, same story that I'm going to be telling them, just a different way I'm going to be telling them. So as you get older, things change, but you're going to still be telling the same story. This is what you got to. This is experiences that I've had, throughout, and I'm hoping by then some of my players that I've coached have went along and been successful in life, and I could bring them back, and now they could talk to the players that I got now, and I feel like that's a way of breeding great culture and bringing back the old guys, showing them this is how they've done it. We've had some success stories right here, in our university. We had a couple kids. Right now we have a kid named Tyler Harvey who came here as a walk-on, and he came here, worked his tail off, was the leading scorer in the country, and got drafted by the Magic. And now he played in Italy this last year, and he's doing great. But he got his degree. Then we got Jake Wiley, another guy who transferred to us from an NAIA school, who's actually trying out for all these teams right now in the NBA. I think he's going to get some looks, and he's in his master's program. So these guys are really serious about school, and those are the kind of guys you want to, you want them to be successful. And so you want to do whatever you can to help these guys. And so when they're done playing, I want them to come back and talk to my team and tell them exactly their story. And so they got that, they can see, that they're not the only ones that, didn't have to make it, but they've done it, and they're back, and now they got real jobs. And so that's what I'm trying to instill in these young men.
And Coach, what? I would say if I had a child, I have my child play for you because you're my kind of guy. You know how what you know.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
You know what it's like to be in that position. I feel like the same for me being 30 years old. That I can relate to these high school kids still, these college kids I could talk to because I'm not that much older than them, but I'm old enough that I can still give them advice. They still want to hear me out. And that's like it's an advantage for you being 35 with these college kids that you're not too old, but they can still hear you. Oh yeah, he understands. He's kind of been there. He's not that far removed from where we've been at. So it kind of helps you right now that they can connect to you, knowing that you know where they're coming from right now.
Yeah, and that's the big part, man. Is you got to make them guys trust you. It's experience, and I've played, and they can. Thank God we had Google back when we were playing because we didn't have none of the YouTube and none of They all kill me because they're like, none of your highlights on YouTube, Coach. You ain't that nice, But they can Google, they can see things, they can see that I play. So it's the experience and it's the trust factor that I'm always looking out for them. I'm always going to do everything in my power to make them successful. I want them to, I want them all to get their degrees. I want them all to go play ball, as long as they can. I'm going to help them do whatever they can throughout the rest of their whole lives because when they came here, they came and built a culture. They're family forever, and my coaching staff feels the same way. And I even feel like our university, man, we're a tight-knit family. And, being at Eastern Washington, it's a small school. We have about, 14,000 kids in our university. It's a college town. But I feel that everybody is in on the university. They're all in on the academic side. They're all in on the sports. I mean, it's great. We got a great football program. I mean, our women's basketball team's good. Our volleyball team's, solid. Our soccer team just went to the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. So it's just a great place to be, but it's tight knit. It's a family, and that's what I'm trying to build our team on. And anywhere I'm ever at, it's always going to be about a family. And at Eastern Washington, that's exactly what it is. And that's just that's the biggest recruiting tool I got is when other kids come on campus, and they get to hang out with our guys, they're a family. They're tight, you know, and they're like, I want to be a part of that. And so being able to recruit, like you said, going back to the relationships, is I can also tell you that you send a kid our way, it doesn't have to work out basketball, but he's going to love his experience at Eastern Washington. Any kid I go and recruit, I'm not running them off if they're not good enough. It's just that's what I did when they were recruiting. Now, if he gets hurt, I'm not running him off if he gets hurt. Now, if he does some things that, you know, aren't, you know, up to academic standards, or if he ain't doing things that, you know, are part of the team, then we got to talk about things. But I'm not running off good kids. You know, they're going to be able to get their degree. I want them to feel like, hey, I came here and did my best. Coach Leggins looked out for me. It was a great experience. I love my college time. And now I'm going to go off in the world and do whatever I got to do. And a lot of coaches, and I think we got it backwards, and there's a lot of transferring going on in our sport. It also, you know, everyone always talks about the kids are transferring, but it's also some of the coaches asking the kids to leave. You know, you're not good enough. We got to find somebody better.
Exactly.
And so I feel that, hey, you go out and recruit the kids, you got to keep those kids, and you either got to make them better or you got to get those guys degrees, man. Now, if they come to you and say, hey, Coach, I really want to play. It doesn't look like I'm going to play, then you got to help that kid find a spot. But I feel like there's too many times in our business where we go to kids and say, you're not good enough. You know, it's not working out. And some kids have, you know, I've heard some things like, you know, I don't even want to play on the team. So you go and talk to the kid and say, hey, let me help you find a place to go. And then it's, oh, I didn't say that. I mean, well, your teammates, and there's a lot of things that come up, but you know, you never want to run kids off that you go and recruit, that you go and spend time with, that you go and talk to their families about. Hey, your kid's going to come to my school. We're going to make it a great experience for him. So I'm going to do everything I can to hold that. Now, if the kid wants to go somewhere else, then it's okay. But, you know, I always hear that all these kids want to transfer. It's also the coach asking the kids to leave too. So, you know, it's a big mush up, man. And so if I go and recruit a young man, I'm recruiting him for the 4 years he's going to be on campus, or the 5 years we're going to have him. However many years he's going to be there. I want to, you know, stay with that, especially if I go in and talk to his family, his mom and his dad, and tell him how much I want this kid. And nothing, what's changed between then and there? Oh, he wasn't as good. Well, you know, then I should be a better recruiter, you know. But that's what we got to go do. And that, you know, I feel like we also have the ownership on these kids to help them have great experiences. And so that's another thing I really want to push towards, you know, when I'm recruiting, is letting these parents know, and hey, I'm going to do everything I can to make your son's experience, you know, top notch while he's at our school. He's going to enjoy his time there, even if he's a stud basketball player, if he's balling, or even he's the 13th man. He's going to enjoy his time at Eastern. He's going to like his coach. He's going to love his teammates, and he's just going to enjoy the university, because that's what I'm trying to push, and that's what I'm looking forward to. You know, down the road when I'm recruiting a lot of these kids. And even the kids we got now, I recruited most of them, and they feel the same way, and I hope they feel the same way about me, because, you know, I think every kid on this roster is a great kid, and I'm excited to coach them.
Now, Atlanta, you hear this, man. I tell you, you ought to take heed, Atlanta, because go out to Cheney. I'll tell you, he has your back. I endorse his message. I endorse it.
Man, I need one kid a year from Atlanta. I'll be good. Them boys out there are tough. They tough out there, man. Give me a couple.
Hey, I'm there for this. I'm telling you, Coach, just in my studio, people that's amazed hearing you talk. People are clapping on the other side of the glass, because hearing a coach be as refreshing and so candid about how you're making it about the kids. It's not about you. It's about the kid's experience and him getting a degree, because I think a lot of mid-major schools have to be about the degree too, because a lot of these guys are going to go pro. They have to get that degree. They can have something to do in their lives. Like you said, find another avenue in their lives. In fact, to actually care about that. I feel like even the mid-major guys, a lot of them are too busy hung up on winning, because a lot of rosters having 6-7 guys leaving the roster, replacing those guys. It's almost like it's a free agency period. You know, it's not cool. Yeah. You know, so I love to hear, refreshing to hear how you wanted them to be there the whole 4 or 5 years they're there under your wing, to learn from you, be their mentor, and become the man that their family wants them to become and be under your tutelage. Now, it's just so refreshing hearing that people in the studio are very close, clapping their hands, because a coach, it's rarely that you hear that from a coach these days. So it's all about W's and L's.
Oh man, yeah. When it comes down to contract negotiations and all that, it does come down to that. But you know, it really, if you played, and so when you played the sport, you know, you understand what it's like to be homesick. You know what it's like to be in that dorm room and got nobody to turn to. You don't want to talk to your coaches, your teammates is out there shifty. You know how it is, man, as a player. And so if you feel like, hey, coach got my back no matter what's going on, my teammates love me. They're going to look out for me. I think it changes the whole experience, and it just makes everything. And then you put it on the floor, they're going to run through a wall for you. They're going to do whatever you got to do. They may, they're going to be in there. They get their, it doesn't matter if it's the 13th guy or the star. They're going to do whatever they got to do to make the team successful. And if you put the team first, I feel that they're going to put the team first. They're going off of what they see. You played. When a coach is out for himself. When somebody's out there. These kids nowadays are really smart, man. I was out there just playing. Coach, you put me in, I'm going to play. I was just a blockhead. I'm hooping. This is what I got. But kids nowadays, they can see other ulterior motives. They can see what's going on, man. And if they don't feel, and they don't have that trust in you, then it's going to show when they're out there. It's going to show when they link up as a team after the game or when they're just kicking it. It's all going to seep out. Yeah, coaches, this is cold. And then, yeah, that's right. Or if you have a great culture, nah, man, that's not how it is, man. Coach ain't like that. Chill. You've been around teams. And so when you know how it is as a player, then you can try to coach it the way that you wanted to be coached when you were playing. And that's what I'm about. I want to coach the way I wanted to be coached when I was a player. And I wanted to always be up front with the guys. And I felt like I had great coaches coming up, and I felt like I could talk to them, and I felt that was the way to go. And, we had good teams, and we were in the tournament. We did a lot of great things. And I feel like you don't have to – you can do it with good guys. You can do it without crossing lines. You can do it without, getting all in their face and berating them in front of all the fans and everything. I think you can do it in a different way that a kid will do anything a kid will do anything that you want them to do if they believe in your message, if they believe in what you're telling them, if they see it in your actions, they're going to do exactly what you want them to do. And, win, lose, or draw, they're going to know, hey, Coach loves me, man. He brought me here. He cares about me. And, most of the time that's going to turn into wins. That's going to turn into – and then it all speaks for itself. And then you just start going down that path. And, you build your culture up that way. And, as much books as I've read about culture, about, things like that, you got to be servant leader, man. You got to be a servant leader. Your captain's got to be the same way. Your assistant coach has got to be the same way. We're all leaders on the team. And, we all going to, my assistant coaches, if they think I'm stepping out of line, they better be able to tell me, hey, man, you're tripping. You need to slow it down. And it's the same way for the players. If they see each other, hey, that ain't the way we do things here. And so, we got to be on that same page. And I feel that if everyone's on the same page, going the same direction, win, lose, or draw, it's successful because people are going to be successful. Success breeds success. And so those are things that, I'm preaching to my guys every day. We can have a great time and still play basketball. It doesn't have to come down to, life or death if you're going to lose this game. It's a great time. We want to win. We're going to win. We go into every game. We're going to win. That's our mentality. We got games we want to play. We want to win those games. We're going to keep pushing forward. And so those are the types of guys, those are the types of coaches I want in my program. And our athletic department, I feel, is the same exact way. They may do it a little different, but they're spitting the same message, And so, I'm excited to be a part of this whole university. And, it's Spokane, Washington. You tell them boys in Atlanta, there's lakes, it's beautiful out here. People out here walking around right now with their shirts off. It ain't 100 and humid, baby. It's nice out here.
Hey, Coach,
I
they
got
gonna
some
hear.
pictures to send y'all, man.
Hey,
I got
Coach.
some pictures to send y'all.
Coach, I'm gonna tell you what. When this interview plays these people, y'all plays for these boys out here this week. They gonna love it. They gonna want to come out there because Coach, when Coach come on the Bossman Show, I'll tell you, people in this town gets hype about that because people know I don't put people on the show who I don't feel is a good interview or don't get good content.
Yeah.
So, Coach, trust and believe. I came for you. I knew how you were. That's why I wanted to have you. I knew you were gonna bring the heat, Coach. That's why I got to the show.
Yeah.
I knew how you gonna be. I heard you in the press conference. I heard it. Said he got to be on the show. I like this guy already, and you see the expectations already, Coach. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it, man. This show, man, like I said, I love to do these shows, man. Especially you're working your tail off, getting to where you need to get to, and handling everything the way you need to handle. You're another successful person that somebody could look towards and be like, you know what, he made it to the NFL, but after his NFL career, he's only 30 years old. He's still doing something, and so those are things that you can go out into the community and preach to kids, man, because like you said, not every single kid's going to the NFL. Not every single kid's going to the NBA. It's just not happening. Something's going to – it's so rare to go, play professional sports. It is rare. And a lot of these kids, they don't have those role models. They don't have figures out there, saying, hey, if he's not in the NBA or if he's not the dude on ESPN, you're not successful. That's BS, man, because there's so many successful people in this world that keep this thing moving that you gotta be able to show those guys that. You gotta be able to mentor that. So, you out there doing your thing, you're showing kids every day, hey, listen, there's other things. You can make it happen. You don't have to be, Rick Pitino. You don't have to be Michael Jordan. You don't have to be, Cole. You don't have to be these guys to be successful. You can be other ways of being successful, and that's the thing that I preach to our guys, man. And that's what's important to me, and that's what it should be important to a lot of these coaches, because at the end of the day, if you coach, you coach 15 years. I'm hoping every kid I coach gets their degree, comes back and wants me to come to their wedding, hang out, big brother to my daughter, all that kind of stuff. It's a family, and being able to show people success. Like I told you, I truly believe success breeds success, and you being successful out there and being able to talk to kids and high school coaches and college kids and tell them exactly your story. That's gonna, it might not hit all 10. But you might hit 4. You might hit 4, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And your message, as long as you can get a message out and these kids believe it, man, they have an opportunity to keep moving forward in life.
You got there right. Well, Coach, I tell you what, this has been great to have you on the show. I can't wait to do it again real soon, Coach. And when you played San Francisco, Wyoming, I had them on the show as well before, so I had something to talk about with you when you play those teams I had on before, the Dons, the Cowboys of out there, Stanford Cardinals. So, Coach, I'm going to look for you later this year, Coach. Talk to you again about your Raiders, too, your Dodgers. We can talk sports and college sports, Coach. We're going to have you on the show, no doubt.
Yeah, them Lakers going to be nice next year. Just watch out for them. Okay, watch out for them. Let's go.
All right. Hey, folks.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt, folks. South Lakers here on the Bossman Show.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consultant, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Folks, back here on the Bossman Show, we was joined by Eddie Shepard, the coach of the Shante Legends of Eastern Washington, the Eagles out there in Cheney, Washington. Now, I bring in my girl, Jay Monique, for today's email segment, people. What's good, Jay?
Hey, how's it going? Raining down.
It's raining, it's crazy folk on the loose in Florida. As always, there's a movement in Florida. Men be tripping all day, all night. They are frightening as I don't know what. The water in Florida is blue, but the people out there are crazy actually.
Crazy.
You know what's crazy, Jay, is over the past 4 weeks, we have got some of the worst emails I remember in my career emails for the past, I don't know, 8 years. And, have we got our name correct in the past month, Jay?
No. Maybe half incorrect, maybe, and that was very rare. Like maybe 1 or 2 occasions, but nobody's gotten it correct.
I didn't think so. Therefore, since you all seem to can't get my edict to email holla, HOLLA at BossmanRadioShow.com with good emails and takes. The email that we're going to give you takes of, I'm going to give you an example of what good takes are. Because what you email are what we call bad takes. And we want to give you an example of good takes. And I know Jay believes in having good takes. I believe in good takes. We're going to give you good takes there, Jay.
Absolutely.
And in the vein of good takes, which good take on a bad take, because as I text you on, I think it was Sunday or something, I was going through and I was sickened that how Facebook Live was being abused once more by members who were videoing a person dying in our facility.
No. That's not cool. Like, what's my body saying?
It's just so despicable how social media has been abused. It was the open casket picture. First it was that. Now the Facebook Live of Netflix, people actually going through the dying process, and now we Facebook Live in burials. Who wants to see that? It's enough for me to see your picture of the person at the grave. That's enough as is terrible. Like, I think death should be an intimate thing that nobody sees but you who are around it in your family. That'll be posted on social media. You know, I should not get on or LinkedIn. LinkedIn's for jobs. Why are we posting open caskets on LinkedIn, a job site? And that was the point terrible. I lost it and text you and everybody else who was despicably disdained and angry I was over seeing it, because I can imagine, Jay, I saw our mother and father having one tape them taking their last breaths. I would kill them on the side of me joining them. Not like there was somebody taking pictures of my mom in her casket. I damn near killed him. To give a camera, and I wrote, yes, I did. Because that's not only take pictures of my mother and I put that gas head. Somebody wants you to do it. You jackass, I'll beat his ass. Interesting.
Oh my God.
I'll do it again if I had to. Thank God I don't do that no more. But the fact of the matter is, And then we, as a society, get the bad thing. And then take a step further. Who is watching this crap and watching it? What is to like about dying?
I know, right?
You got people who loving it. You love each person that's angry no end too. So I also wanted to throw it out there, Jay. And people out there, quit doing this stupid. It's beyond this. It's not in good taste. Stop it, please. That's not something on social media. Do not put death on social media anymore. As it's stop that. I put it out there. I don't want to hear it no more, Jay.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I haven't actually seen it. I mean, I've heard of it, and I think that that's exploitation at its finest. Sit here and face it live, somebody dying. It's like, and then what a person to do that. Like, in my opinion, I feel like that's just something really, I know I wouldn't do it. Like, why would I be, first of all, I'd be concerned with social media at that time while my family member or loved one or close friend is dying. You know what I mean? There's a hospice, Facebook, a type of social media be on my priority list. So that's why I said that, to me, it's exploitative, you know, at its finest. Because, like, whoever is lighting this, to me, they have, it's more self-fulfilling. Like, it's kind of like, to me, like look on high tension, and to me, that's some type of narcissistic behavior. It's like, how could you? What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? It's like, how does it come to 2015 where people decide that they're going to sit up here and Facebook Live somebody dying? Like that is beyond behavior. I mean, I'd have more respect for somebody that decided to Facebook Live themselves twerking. I'd say I have respect for anyone to sit up here and exploit somebody who is suffering and dying and sit up here and put a camera in their face and video it live, stream it. No, I have no respect for that. Nope.
Yeah, it must stop. Take individuals on that in hell. And I'm serious.
Well, there is a place for people at.
That's horrible. In their weakest and lowest moment, which as their life is ending, you put on social media. There's no words for that.
Somebody ever did that to me, and I'm sitting there dying. I'm coming back and haunting that behind. Okay, I'm coming back. I'm for you.
Terrible. I mean, when I saw it, I lost it. Because I was in. Like, I really couldn't. And that's just something that's just quit. Social media has been abused. Social media has been so abused. Like, Jay, I get criticism because I only post about my show on my social. Because I don't want you to know what my life really like. I give you what I want you to know about it. Because there's a separation between the boss man's professionally and the boss man personally. I keep that private. So I don't share my personal life on social media. You all are correct. And it's for a reason. I'm trying to be as your radio host. I'm getting in depth as my person. Okay? Now, the ones in Atlanta see me more often than the ones do out of town. So they might see me around. So outside of Atlanta, I don't want you to really know what my life is like. So I'm on the air, make you laugh and entertain you, and I go about my merry way. But I'm not going to give you my Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Not happening. Captain.
Yep, in a business, you shouldn't have to. Nor should you feel like you should have to appease somebody. Like, your personal is your personal life. Exactly, hence the word personal. It's your business. Even post a whole lot of my, my personal business out there. Like, yeah, every now and then I may take a selfie or something, but I don't post all my personal business out there. And if I something else on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and say, oh, hey, I'm out grocery shopping, or hey, I'm in Orlando or whatever, it's not anybody's business where I'm at or what I'm doing.
And oversharing on social media will get you robbed and messed up. Cause it's okay when you are located or location your tweets or Instagrams, you're telling people where you're at, and they know you're not home. So you can learn your patterns and rob you.
Exactly.
So yes, you don't geotag your picture or your places or tell where you're. Because if you do, you're helping out these scheming robbers break in on you. So I'm just gonna keep an eye on you. I'm just saying. If you don't post a picture, don't locate it, please.
Exactly. Or if you're out of town or you're doing something, wait until you already get back home and then you post it. Like, hey, had fun on vacation in such place, or you're in Maui, you had so much fun. Like, wait till you get back. Or, when you get back and you post pictures and people think that you're actually still on that location. But really, you already been on your vacation, you're already home. But just like I said, don't sit here and geotag yourself at such a chase, because that just gives people who are not necessarily good people the opportunity to rob you, rob your home, or help you. You don't know who's stalking you. If you had thousands of friends on Facebook, thousands of followers on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that, you don't know half of these people personally, and you don't know what they're capable of doing. They could be stalking you. So if you're putting all your business out there, hey, you're in Miami, or hey, you're, in Manhattan at 42nd Street, you could possibly have a stalker who is in that area or close to that area who has no problem following you there.
Exactly. And I'll tell you an example. Like, this is how people are. About 3 years ago, I chopped some ass about fucking night. This would be what I was doing. And 39 minutes later, somebody broke into my house. Like,
oh my gosh.
So this thing, I don't put myself out there. Somebody was scheming on me, watching me. It could have been a random hit, who knows? But I'll leave it 10:02. My house alarm went off, broken into at 10:41. And I don't announce what I do when I do. Let's understand, if it happened to me who don't put something out there, but if you out there putting it where you're at on every social media platform, yeah, your ass going to be robbed, and you'll be sad when you get back. Just saying.
And it's not different. So all these attention seekers out there, all that attention that you think you're getting is not worth it.
Exactly. If I don't take I want to coverage tonight, this is an email segment, but it's good takes for your email, okay? So, it's teaching lessons. When you email holla, HOLA, BossmanShow.com, you will come next week. I'm going to listen, you don't get emails read, because if they keep being bad, I will just give you takes rather than read your emails. But it's just like, I know Jay's is in classes, 14 classes, and I'm hearing about classes where you've been forced to read about clowns like Columbus, who I don't like. Okay? I don't like that guy. Alright? I'm having to hear takes on consoles. About DeSoto. What kind of crap is this? Like, I'm out hearing takes on Daniel DeSoto. Why? Why am I hearing takes on Ben Franklin when one of these for marketing, supply chain management, they ain't got nothing to do with none of that crap y'all taking?
Nothing.
And I'm taking some Ben Franklin and the war on 1812. Are you kidding me? And it made me wonder, a listener of this show enjoys reading that crap every day on their iPad.
For fun. In their leisure time. And I'm over here mad that I'm being forced to take certain classes just to graduate.
Exactly. Like, hey, colleges, how about certain programs to class to help the student in their field? Because reading about that, the rest of Columbus ain't help me in the marketing. Read about DeSoto's candy ass ain't gonna help me in supply chain management. It's not gonna help me get a truckload of bull crap to Atlanta from Jacksonville quicker.
Nope.
Like, why is Ben Frank a supply chain management course? Who cares about that? Who cares about Napoleon? Who cares about that? How's that relevant to marketing and supply chain management? How? Maybe purchasing, maybe, but that's not what it was about. Those are like, what? I'm here takes on Cuba in a class of management. And furthermore, let me get on Columbus. Columbus ain't crap, okay? He's discovered no America. Came from Florida, okay? That sucker thought he was in America. He was in the Dominican Republic. He was messing up my family, my heritage, giving us smallpox and other crap. The lepers, the measles, all kind of crap that took us out, wiped us out. That clown ain't went for quarter, okay? In Columbus, Ohio, Columbus, Georgia. Why you think of yourself the idiot? Jay, I hate those towns.
I can tell.
If your town name is Columbus, I'm not going with your town.
I'm not going to visit.
It's kind of like it's on my list of, hey, Birmingham, I'm not going to Birmingham either. Okay? I'm not going to. Or any non-urban city. Those are on my list of places I ain't going in life.
And if your name is Ben, Franklin, or Jeff, Bossman is not befriending you.
Exactly. Like, I am good on those that day. I'm so good. I got to hear about the Treaty of Paris and the Louisiana and Napoleon. I'm good. Now, Jay, how have you liked being tortured having to read stuff or craft history about his boy, Columbus?
I don't like it all. I'm just like anticipating just getting this class done over with, and then every time I'm reading this stuff, I'm over here why am I read that happened back in the 1400s, and it's now 2017, and on top of that, I'm over here thinking, why am I reading about this, and why do I have to know this if I'm going to be marketing? I mean,
Exactly.
this has absolutely nothing to do with going to school or has nothing to do with anything, with marketing, business, or anything like that. And furthermore, me reading about Columbus, I don't want to learn damn Columbus, to be honest with you, from what I read.
Exactly. His takes are bad. His takes are
Yeah, his
horrendous.
geography was not on point, people. Okay, he couldn't even tell his east from his west.
Like, so we know.
That's it.
It's like, hey, those two individuals should be boys because they have the same kind of mindset, not knowing they had takes. Like, oh my God. I can only imagine how you feel having, knowing the takes I know in Columbus from Sunshine Rivers, I hate it even more. You know, it's like, knowing what we know about these takes on Columbus, it has to make you have to.
Oh, it does. So it's like when I was over here reading about this stuff, because I know that I was trying to joke with you the other day. Oh, you know, who knows? Maybe they might have me reading about Columbus. I turn around, boom, the first chapter and the first page. I'm like, well, I'll be damned. We were just talking about this.
And you're forced to read crappy books to read, which is terrible.
Yeah, I'm forced to read it, but believe it or not, I actually took a worse class than this before. That was actually it was marine biology. Okay,
What the hell is that?
marine biology has to do with everything in the ocean.
Oh,
Shit and all this other stuff. Now, what in the hell does marine biology really do with anything? Like a outdoor scientist or oceanographer or something that has to do with the environment, like an environmentalist? You know, what?
exactly, like,
Nemo has nothing to do with my degree.
none at all. Like, none. Like, you can say you SpongeBob squirrel into the water, like, for real.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like, no. You don't learn about crab, squid, Patrick in the water. We're good on that. Like, I'm gonna need colleges to steer programs towards degrees. Now, I'll say this. You know those whack career colleges like Everest and Phoenix, all that crap online?
Yeah.
They got that part right. All them fluff classes ain't included, but they charge you $1,000 exorbitant price. Like, for real.
Give them some type of credit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not paying $24 for a freaking associate degree. I'm good.
Okay.
My master's degree cost $20,000, and they're paying for the whole film
For an associate. Right, exactly. O to the MG.
That's what you're saying. I don't. This is how they get you, people. I'm gonna put out there. It's called open enrollment.
Mm-hmm.
That means that they don't pass the ACT or SAT to get in school.
Yep.
That's what all that means. It means. So that's how they get you. Because some of you can't pass that, they let you in automatically. They charge you a super fee. It's like a dumb tax almost.
Yeah, and I hate to say it like that, but it kind of pretty much is. And like how they sell you also is they call accelerated courses, which means that something that would normally take you 2 years to finish, you get finished in like a year and a half. And the fluff class, like what you mentioned earlier, they don't have all those fluff classes, more career-focused classes. But they're charging you extra on that. So basically, you're paying more to get what you need. And I'm not knocking those colleges, but they pass on that because they kind of like dumb down the course material where it's almost not even college level courses. So they didn't pass anyway to a certain extent. And a lot of the times, if they enroll in their college with those credits, they have to retake those classes.
They don't transfer. That's like having the fine print that our credits are likely not able to transfer. This ain't a little small. The of any institution will honor our credits. So I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of times a job does not even take you seriously. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. A lot of times.
See that they'll be, this person wasn't educated enough or isn't smart enough to go to a real, and I hate to say it, but they actually use that word, real college. Like, they belong to a real college. They went to such and such career institute or such and such trade school.
Mm-hmm. They won't show you no respect. None. So, I just want to...
They don't put no on it.
They don't say it no more. Are you finished or are you done? Put some respect on my name. Cause see, you...
Right.
Come see you N-word. I'm here N-word. What's the deal? Put some respect on my name. I ain't gonna say no more. You finish or are you done? That was one of the best takes ever.
Yeah, I still remember that. Like, I'm not sure what school I go to because I'm not about to, especially since we were just talking about people stalking and geotagging, I'm not going to mention the school I go to because I'm about to talk. But the school that I go to, yes, they do add plus classes, I guess, so to speak. You have to get a certain grade in each class. Otherwise, they won't move you on to the next class. You have to retake class.
Exactly.
So the school I go to, you have to have C in every class to even pass it, basically.
That's right. You got that right.
Because it's a, quote, real school, and yes, all the credits transfer. Accredited and everything.
See, you did right by going to a, quote, real school. You go to a, quote, fake school.
Yeah, I don't get where people, spend $20,000 on, these schools that are at $20,000 a year. It's actually going to be more than $20,000 for the whole associate. Yeah.
Real? Okay.
Like, why would you spend $1,000 associate?
That's terrible. Hey, I'm going to tell y'all something. If you're not very bright, go to community college.
Yes, that's what I was just thinking.
If you're at the level of not bright average, for school, try your hand at community college. That's like 13th grade. It's like high school essentially. Okay? Give another chance to get it right.
Yeah.
And guess what? At a community college, you can get a certificate that's really no similar or a degree.
Yep.
And they train you with a trade. A lot of plumbers, electricians, hard pitches. You don't need a 4-year college to go to be an electrician or plumber. So, I'm just saying, folks, use your head. Do research. Just think. Basically, you get, I doubt it's not think. I doubt it. You know? And some of the ones I know, they don't think. Which is scary. But still, but it's the brain that the Lord gave you. You can get over and be okay. If you don't, you're going to be paying. It's about real love. Why in God's name are you paying University of Phoenix $47,500 for a bachelor degree? Who does that?
Thank you.
It's mind-numbing. And also...
Yeah, it's not that great of a school, no.
Also be leery of online-only schools. Very leery of that. Very leery of only... And they're for profits. If the price sounds what's powerful, it's accredited by one of them for profit school accreditation people, don't do it, please.
Except for Flynn. I heard that Kaplan's pretty good, and I believe they're online only. I heard that Kaplan's pretty good, but they are out of the way as far as pricing.
Look what happened to ITT Tech. It got shut down. You don't see everyone here. If your school commercial come on late at night on the deal time, that's not good for you.
I wouldn't want to anywhere invest in commercials in the first place, but you know what? Now that you brought that up about Everest, I did know that. I used to see the commercials like every day. It's on you. And then all of a sudden, I don't see that guy no more. I don't see that chick no more. That's true. No, honestly, if that school did get shut down, I don't miss it because I feel a lot of students lost.
Price and gorgeous. Yes, like I shut down. So if your cops don't even have a Judge Judy, or late at night when the chat line come waiting for you, calling angry. If your school commercial come on around that crap, you should run for the hills. No, I'm just.
And if you hear somebody saying anybody can get in, and if you can do it, you can do it too. Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
That's a bad take.
Exactly. And speaking of bad takes, on this show, we just gave you bad takes and gave you good takes from us. See, this is a great email segment because we had great takes to give them better things to get around the bad takes. This is better than reading emails today. It really was.
True. Not mind boggled.
Able to actually have a normal conversation, normal takes on normal things, and give all right how these things. See, people, if you don't send emails, that's readable. So what you can get. It's at our will, our leisure, our show.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft. Whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft, Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back here on the Bossman Show. We didn't give you email this week. We gave you good takes. We had also edition and shots on the Bossman Show. And it's time for the Boss Report. With not JC Smith with Jay Monique's here with me. Jay, what is good?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, not much. You're here with the Boss Report. Season in the NBA is about to end real soon. It's going to be good, so let's jump into it. So, folks, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. Now, first story, Jay, is this. We have a Canadian man who survived after the scene with the locust lawn with a tornado behind him saying, quote, he was on an island. What a horrible take, right?
Hold up. He needs to keep his eye on the closest shelter to get away from the tornado. Keep an eye on what? Did it say how big the tornado was? With the F1, F3?
F2.
That's still strong enough. Nope. Nope to be outside. And he was mowing his lawn too, so he couldn't find any other time that was convenient for him to mow his lawn more so than in the middle of the tornado because he wanted to keep an eye on it.
Yes.
He lucky that tornado didn't suck him and the lawn over.
Exactly. Like, what a horrific take by a Canadian man there. Oh, my goodness. He was keeping an eye on it. Yeah, all right, keep an eye on it. Okay. Woo! Already get into it. We have a Florida man bragging and flashing cash on Facebook, gets his little party interrupted when the police raid his apartment and take him down on Facebook Live.
Oh, man. No way. The homeboy got arrested while he was live streaming on Facebook.
Gonna buy his house, yes. Flashing cash.
That is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. I don't know which one's worse. Him or the guy outside with the lawnmower in the tornado. He got to hear him brag about a crime and flash the money on Facebook Live. And got what? The law enforcement officials weren't going to find him? Hello, it's the internet and it's Facebook Live. They will find you and get you. I mean, really? Man, that's got to be embarrassing, though. I mean, but I don't feel bad for him because he was over here bragging and stuff, thinking that he was untouchable. So I don't feel bad for the guy.
Neither do I. He's a sucker, loser, and this
Jabroni,
candy ass, dimwit, Itzel. What else can I throw his way? You know?
Twerp.
Twerp.
Peon.
Exactly. Nothing but a peon. And we got this. Tennessee woman is arrested after having a box filled with 15 pounds of the eccentric green herb mailed to the doorstep.
Eccentric green herb?
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And she had them mailed to her.
Yes.
What an idiot. These people are at work. Like, I don't understand.
I don't either. Like, that's actually your take to have the green grass mailed to your home. That's a good idea.
Right. And people aren't going to smell it or figure out what substance that it is. And she thought she was just going to get away with it. She thought she was going to probably sell that and make a profit.
You already know.
Unless she's a big time, user like that, I highly doubt she's going to use it for herself.
No, you know. Definitely receive and distribute scheme there all day long. All day long. And
all day.
And come back to Florida. 18 men popped for picking up prostitute peen in public park troubles me.
Prostitute
peen.
what?
Put in the box with the stick.
These people are stupid. So the 18 men, they were picking up prostitute sticks?
Yeah, they was looking for stick, not box.
Oh, heck no.
Yeah.
These people making the state of Florida look bad. Now I'm almost ashamed looking at
That is an embarrassment. Like, you're looking for...
What is going on?
I have no idea. It is troubling to me. I read these stories, it's very troubling. I'm trying to maintain my composure.
Yeah, it's really disturbing.
Exactly.
Right. It's like these people woke up in the morning and it's like, what goes through their minds when they do these things? I mean, this is just really disturbing and just mind-baffling to me. Like, wait, you did what?
After stick, not box, public market. Disturbing.
In a public
18 men got busted on one.
Like, these people know how to be discreet.
First of all, why are you going to the park to find a prostitute stick?
At all.
I mean, if you really want to...
Stick box, whichever.
Want to find it, they're dating apps for that kind of activity. If you really want to find it without getting popped for prostitution. Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
They can probably send on Facebook, to be quite honest with you.
Probably.
Yeah, they be saying, I mean, I'm quite sure there's people that say stuff on the low on social media when they be posting their, their statuses and to their news feed, stuff like that. I'm quite sure they say stuff on the low. I haven't seen anything like that because otherwise that person would be off my Facebook, but I'm quite sure that they do that stuff.
I'm pretty sure of it too. I'm glad I don't have to see it. And we have a Georgia teacher arrested after having a 2.5-year relationship with a female student saying, quote, her box had him trapped in the closet and he couldn't escape it.
What? Are you?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, you should be ashamed of yourself. There's so many other people out there. You mess with your student. Come on now. You know that's against policy. Stop. Talk about her saying things. Had him trapped in the closet. My dude, she didn't rape you.
Exactly.
How can she trap you? You wanted it. What do you mean trapped? I ain't never heard no nonsense like this.
That take's pretty terrible.
Oh my gosh, and he's serious too. That's the thing about it.
He did that horrible take. He really did. He really did. And it's disturbing. It happened about 20 miles north of Atlanta, so it's right in the area. So it's very prevalent that I know around here. And we have this. A Florida man's arrested after being seen throwing pipe bombs into a Dennis parking lot that messed up his quote gangster grill to prepare for the 4th of July. What?
What? This person couldn't find anything else to do but to sit there and throw whatever was pipe bombs at a dentist's office.
Exactly.
And he thought this was just a great idea, and it was what? To get prepared for fireworks. That's how we prepare for fireworks now?
I know you quote prepare for fireworks.
What?
I didn't know there was a preparation for either. Like,
how do you, first of all, what do you call preparing for fireworks? What even means preparing for fireworks?
I know you had to prepare.
You mean you're anticipating the 4th of July? I mean, what do you mean?
I've never heard of such takes like that, like to prepare the 4th of July.
Neither am I.
Like, what are you preparing? Like, you prepared the meat? Prepared the venue? Like, I don't understand that take. I don't get it.
So the guy caught throwing pipe bombs in the dentist office, and then when he gets caught, he just like turn around and say, "Oh, I was just preparing for fireworks," and he expected them to actually buy that nonsense.
Pretty much.
Dude, he was just better off just not to say nothing, just surrender, just take your L and keep it moving. Just say nothing. If that's all you got to say, is nothing at all.
Exactly. I agree. And we have this Alabama mail carrier arrested for feeding dog meatballs with nails. Dude's dog's quote, repeated annoyance of her as she works her route, and the dog's horrific smell and messed up hair.
You can't do that. It's not your dog. You know what is illegal.
God.
Ma'am.
That was her time.
Because the dog was annoying her by barking and because she didn't like the smell of the dog.
You got it right.
That is so wrong. But is the dog okay though?
Oh no, the dog is put down.
Oh no.
Yeah.
See, I'm not laughing at the dog. I'm laughing how ridiculous the mail carrier was to even do that to begin with. It's like, it's not your dog to begin with. It's, okay, so what? Dog's annoying. I have neighbors' dogs that are annoying and bark and stuff like that. So what? It's a part of life. That's what happens, you know, when you have neighbors or when you're on a mail route. You're going to encounter things that are displeasing to you. How about this? Quit your job and go do something else.
Exactly. You end up as a mail carrier. That means that you failed. Just saying.
I don't want that as my mail carrier.
No. And we have this. Florida high school football team is in hot water after being caught filming themselves running train on multiple cheerleaders in the locker room and the dance closet.
What?
Mm-hmm.
People just put anything on video. What's up with these people? Like, I don't understand people that do stupid stuff and then decide to put it on video. Hello? Video is one of the most dominating receipts out there. Hello? And furthermore, it's disgusting. Ew.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And on top of that, why the cheerleaders, they wrong too. Why they allow that in the first place? Like, really? Were these high school jocks, whatever, that appealing to them that they decided they were going to throw themselves at them or degrade themselves and allow them to not only run train on them, but also videotape it? What?
That was like...
They're all
high school
disgusting.
orgy. Not a good take at all. So, we go here. Arkansas man arrested and charged with robbery after being caught putting soda in a cups of a water cup he originally requested from the local McDonald's.
Okay, they didn't have to do that man like that. Robbery, come on now. Make petty theft. Come on now. He was just trying to do a little hustle. I'm not saying I'm condoning what he did. He was just trying to do a little hustle and get him some extra soda. Come on now. That's stupid. Leave that man alone. They need to leave that man alone. Talk about some robbery. Of what, soda? A little dollar soda?
That man with robbery charges.
Come on. Robbery, okay? which I'm quite sure is a felony. So this man's looking at felony charges over a cup of soda. They need to stop it. Just that's wrong. I mean, once again, I'm not condoning what the guy did, but it's petty in comparison to so many other things that people do out there. Okay, so what? He hustled somebody out of a cup of soda.
It's 109.
Don't make their money back. No, that $1.09 is not going to make or break you. They're going to make the money back or bar the guy or ban the guy from coming back in that facility.
Terrible. Terrible. Just like this. Florida man is arrested after escaping an ambulance, climbing an escalator, taking his clothes and masturbating on top of the escalator to free himself and join the church.
What? So this man was already in the ambulance, like, he got picked up so he was a patient.
And escaped.
And he decided to escape the ambulance and also decided to go out his way and masturbate before escaping the ambulance?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah, this guy's definitely a wild card. So first of all, why call the ambulance in the first place? And second of all, you need to escape the ambulance. Why masturbate before escaping the ambulance? Like, what are you doing? I don't understand this.
What has you that fired up in the ambulance to get you?
Right, like, what happened? Do you need a hug? I mean, really?
What fired you up is good to get you? I mean, like, what was it? Like, did the IV get you going? Like, man, did morphine get you popped off? Like, I don't understand.
Right.
Don't get it at all. We have this. At the tender age of 82, Texas woman is arrested after scuffling with airport security over Bath and Body Works hand gel.
So let me get this straight. They don't arrest this 82-year-old lady. So the Bath and Body Works hand gel bring home something? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to cite the 82-year-old lady here. I'm a Bath and Body Works user myself. That stuff is expensive and smells very good. Well, not expensive, but it ain't cheap. You know, it's kind of on the pricey side. That's not stuff that you necessarily buy on an everyday basis. I'd be mad too. They probably wanted her to, like, maybe throw out her hand to her Bath and Body Works or something, and she wasn't having it. That lady was going to OD over her Bath and Body Works. And furthermore, they shouldn't be manhandling an 82-year-old lady. They should let her keep them open. Ain't that serious? What they thought she was going to do the hand gel? Spray everybody with it?
They be tripping.
I'm quite sure she's not a terrorist.
Yeah, they be tripping. They be tripping tough. And this right is crazy. Florida man arrested after being scolded by mother practicing martial arts in the house and then reacting by hitting her with a roundhouse kick in her head, which knocked her out and caused a traumatic brain injury.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Yeah, this one got me speechless. That is crazy. You don't try to kick your mother? Come on. All you have to do is just not do martial arts now, or you know what? Hide and do it in the bedroom. That's all you have to do and close the dang on door.
But it's like, that was all unnecessary right now.
You don't try to kick your mother. It wasn't even that serious.
Man, leave it, get it, quit watching those movies, Jackie Chan or whatever, quit watching that crap. It's terrible.
Okay, yo, martial arts is not for everybody.
Exactly. We have this unfinished paint job by city contractor leaves water tower, we'll spell it out, Sussex, Wisconsin, which is causing local outrage of the conservative citizens.
That ain't that serious. People need to come down. A lot of them need that in their life. Like,
please, relax.
Like, hello, we're all adults here. I mean, come on, it's not that serious. They know it was from an unfinished paint job, so they need to just chill out. All of them. It's a city outrage about what? It ain't that serious. Like, they're acting like they never heard the word or ain't done it before. I mean, my gosh.
Water tower town. The town has a water tower in it. It's probably not a real town. Okay? This is my personal say. Water tower.
Right, and there's probably not
water
that
tower
many
means
people.
Water tower ain't worth a quarter. So that means, okay? Chill out, Sussex.
Exactly.
And we have this. Florida man's arrested after trying to steal 15 quarts of motor oil and DVDs by stuffing them in his pants to, quote, Get him enough equipment to work with for the day.
What? The cell phone and nobody was going to use the fishes. Hell, that's a bullshit. My God.
Terrible take.
Stupid. It's like the guy deserved to get arrested because he's just a dumb criminal. I mean, my gosh. I mean, how stupid. Like, that's so disrespectful that he had the nerve to really challenge everybody's intelligence like that, like he wasn't going to get caught. Like, they won't see this hiding in my pants. Come on, guy.
Oh my goodness, and here we go here. We have a Maine man arrested after unleashing bed bugs at city office after not qualifying for food stamps and Medicaid benefits.
Yo, he unleashed bed bugs where?
In the Medicaid office.
Oh, that's wrong. That's disgusting. That is so wrong.
Didn't qualify, and he officiated it, so he get the bed bugs out. My question is, how do you have bed bugs very available to release? How do you have that?
Right. Right, and why? Like, let's start there. How do you have bed bugs? I mean, dang, really? Your bed is that dirty and old? Come on now. Really? And they're going to unleash them on people, and it's like, okay, not only are the people who work to be affected, but the innocent people who are also trying to get their food stamps too. What they done did to you? Come on now.
Terrible. The final story about sport this week is this. Florida man arrested after throwing pine bark and baseballs and flamingos to scare tourists.
Wow.
Yep.
These people have nothing else better to do with their time.
None.
These people are crazy. Most of them are twerps and peons. But the two of them, there are two, of them have a boss report that I feel got handled incorrectly, and that's the guy who, hustled that soda and 82-year-old lady with that bath and body.
I just can't get over some of these bad takes I heard today. Like, for real, like, I'll keep his eye on it. That's your take.
Yeah.
And this is no stick to me.
I can't get over that
I
one.
remember this take too. Quote, her box had me trapped in the closet and I couldn't escape. What? Like,
it doesn't work like that. That's...
like, my man. It's not like her box had some way up, put you in the closet, my man. Like, for real. Like, shh. Closet. Like, get out of here. Oh, we another great boss for it, folks. That's the boss for this week. We had Eddie Shannon, Shanta Liggins, Jay Monique on the show this week. Stay with us. BossmanShow.com, Bossman Radio Network. We are out.
And if you don't know, now you know.
All your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Fantasy football season is fast approaching, and if you're looking for an edge this season, you need to contact the guys at Draft Day Consultants. The concept is a simple one. Draft Day Consultants takes your requests and connects you with one of their trusted analysts, who then guide you through your draft, whether you just need a sounding board on decisions, or if you need them to conduct your entire draft. Draft Day Consultants has you covered. Every one of their consultants has a proven track record of success, and have conducted hundreds, even thousands of mock drafts. Thanks to this year-round research and analysis, the guys at DDC have an unmatched understanding of player values. So gain an edge on your league mates this season by hitting up draftdayconsultants.com. That's www.draftdayconsultants.com. Now get after it, fantasy footballers.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind, ENT. Believe in it, get it.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consultant, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.